We have this big story that I want to get into, and we find ourselves once again talking about Joe Rogan and Spotify. But this is a good example of the cultural imbalance. So the quick story is that Spotify is announcing an addition of content warnings over the criticism of Joe Rogan and COVID-19 misinformation. But we never get this the other direction. When Rachel Maddow or Fauci or CNN puts out bunk garbage, Twitter does not flag them. You put out something that goes against Fauci or Maddow or CNN, Twitter flags you. So Joe Rogan has on Sanjay Gupta, Mike Osterholm, experts, establishment voices. Nobody cares.
Right.
He has on McCullough and Malone, and it's the apocalypse. Joni Mitchell, these old aging hippies are like, I want censorship there. And then, Niels Lofgren. Now, to be fair, they both Neil Young and Lofgren said, we don't want to censor Joe Rogan. We just want off the platform because we don't want to share it with him. Okay, that's actually respectable because, that's the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. If I was on a platform and I was like, I don't like that they support hate speech,
right.
I'll leave.
Yeah.
So good. Bye-bye. Leave.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
But we can see what happens from the backlash. You're never going to get a concession from the establishment to recognize independent voice. It's always the other way around. So long as this imbalance exists, we are all being pulled hard towards the authoritarian side of things. And that being said, a story like this, I think, just shows they have no effective means of stopping Joe Rogan, real conversations like this. So despite this being kind of bad, here's the big update. Spotify shares recover after Joe Rogan addressed the vaccine controversy as Taylor Swift fans call on her to pull her music from the streaming service. It's not going to happen. Spotify may suck on pay rates and all that, but the moment they come out and say, oh, okay, we'll do this little content warning, which ultimately I think will do nothing.
Right.
It may be a net negative in certain capacity. The Spotify shares rebound, and I think, Joe and everyone else is going to pull out of this, and they're going to walk away from this unscathed.
Yeah, I think the thing that helps Joe Rogan here is he's such an important part of the company because he's got such a massive audience. The interesting question, and I don't know the answer to it, is Spotify has a number of large Chinese investors that own portions of that. Does that play into this censorship? I don't know. We know with Twitter, Jack Dorsey hired senior executives because he wanted to break into China that had ties with the Communist Party. This censorship issue, we talked earlier about it. I think we are becoming more like China. China's not becoming more like us.
Right.
We're
Agreed.
importing some of these censorship tools that they use.
Well, what do you think about BlackRock?
BlackRock is terrible. They're the focus of my book. Think about this for a second.
Real quick, sorry.
Yeah.
Can you explain what BlackRock is?
Yeah, BlackRock is the largest financial asset manager in the world. And what does that mean? They manage $10 trillion. That's with a T. The gross national product of the United States is like 21 trillion. So they manage almost like 50% of the United States gross national product financially. So they are the 900-pound gorilla of world finance.